Back. Back it, Stewie. Let's do it, play. Good talking. Good.
Come in a little bit narrower. Come in. Forward, forward.
Central!
Well done, Hayden. It's good. Well done, Linky. All right, just play. Relax.
Good. Go there, boy.
Adam, get off, boy.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Cool, baby. Look, this one.
Luke, let me get that ball early. Don't go to the run. Hey, Davey, you'll get it. Drop off, Davey, you'll get it. Number up, make sure you got numbers on the way up, Davey. Hey! Good. Stewie, well done. Take the ball, Stewie. Tuck it. Okay, go, tuck it. Find someone now! Find someone! Run it! Offside! Hey!
Offside, man.
Hey, Lotto! Get up!
Hey! Yeah. Find it!
Taki, you can have him, yeah, Taki, you can have him. Speedy can play in front. That's it. Good, that's a good spot. Yeah, good, well done. Here we go, help him, Hayes!
Take it as well. Purpose, Adam!
Touch 18, where are they? Wait, someone on the way out. Go on, hang on, take the ball. Down, set it up, come on. Attack the ball! Adam! Adam! Attack the ball! Deal with it, deal with it! Ball, set the ball back! Whoa! Do it! Yes, stay there! Get ready to go! All right, off you go! Go and win it! Go and win it! Don't let him out now! Don't let him out! Don't let him play! Joey, don't let him play! Joey, off you go! Good, Luigi, well done. Second ball! One. Get in! Get in! Come on, Lewis! Easy! Easy! Go nice, go nice. Hey, keep going, keep well, stay long, that's good. Nice! Turn!
Walk up. Stay Stewie.
Get me on the way out, though.
Alright, wait. Another go. Next one.
Well done, Stewie. Well done. Good luck to you.
One off, Jamie.
Cox it.
Off, Reed. Come on!
Hey, sorted. Adam, sorted, David. Smithy, stay close. Right. Hey, Doc. Right,
Ladies and gentlemen, with the number time for National Premier League action at round 15, we have Broadmeadow taking on the Adamstown Rosebuds. A message from Northern New South Wales. Northern New South Wales reminds spectators, players, team officials and club officials of their obligation to strictly obey the FFA Spectator Code of Behaviour and Code of Conduct. Abuse and harassment of match officials contravenes the FFA's regulations and will not be tolerated. This type of behaviour is damaging to the sport's reputation in the community and is driving match officials from our game. Please respect the fact that match officials make hundreds of decisions every match which are open to interpretation, and they are here and make mistakes just like players and safety. Individuals who breach FFA regulations may be banned from attending fixtures and could face sanctions including fines, lengthy suspensions and lifetime bans from all football-related activities. Broadmeadow is responsible for the behaviour of our members and spectators, so we ask that everyone in attendance and Magic Park uphold our game by respecting the invaluable contribution of the match officials in attendance today. Thank you.
Oh, Liam. Oh, sorry. Yeah. How are you? No, I was just checking because I don't know. I just messaged you before the game and said that, and you messaged back saying I don't. Yeah, yeah. Alright. Yeah. I'll start the next one. Alright. Cheers, man. See ya.
Drag him out, then come in. Joey, help us. Joey, stay in the game, you get that.
I see him! I see him! Well on! Up, Daniel.
Hey. Stay up.
Oh, hey!
Get the ball! Get the ball! Relax now, relax now. Spike! Derek! Derek, just come in! Spike, come in!
All right, boys. Go. Come on. Go, go! Here we go, lads, on your six. It's coming out, lads, hey, come on. Do we want this game? Let's go.
Hey, you got it for 6, yeah?
Go, let's big time, let's big your points,
Ready? Right back, yeah? Good. Taki, Davey Wilson, Davey. Still tracking with you. Well done, relax. Be red. Dewey. Right in, yep. Steve, doing back, 2 6s, yep. 4-4-1. Get it. Red, yeah? Oh, yeah? Red!
Come on, lads, hey, follow count, slide, fire up, let's go.
Good. Stay steady. Stay loose, Cal, stay. You get it. We're up. Dewey, back in the hole. Dewey, in the hole. Blocks the ball, Dewey. Wicket, Dennis, you're the ball. go good, go down.
left.
Let's go.
Hand on the left. Hand on the left. Hand on the left. Make it. Take one deep in the middle, go on the left. Will. Stay on this side. Stay here, Will.
Bring it drop. Bring it drop. Go. Up. Side. Get it. Okay. Bring it up. Please. Play. Get it. Go. Hey, let's go.
Find someone now, relax, find someone. Leaky cow, beware, back step, Luke. Stay there. Jake, run up.
Up, boys! Good boy. Here we go. Go on.
Keep pressing, Chile.
Come on, Russ, let's go! Just walking, come on! Let's go, lads, come on! Rotate, rotate!
That's full time in the under 26 plan of the time. We're going on to the run, defeating Adamstown Rosebuds Mill. In the next match, the NPL main game is scheduled to kick off at 5 p.m. Broadmeadow would like to thank our 2019 sponsors, Adamstown Car Doctor, Dawn Steel Fabrications, Bale Bosset Solicitors, Belfora, Best Quality Flowers, The Bean Application Limited, Big Car Signs and Diesel Wraps, Boston Sun Carpets, Bob Design Custom Kitchen, Cable Installation and Construction, Capital Bodyworks, Castle Railing, The Concept Sports Development Centre, Credit Manager at Call Provider Limited, Custom Kitchens by Design, Peter Kosowski, GA Finance, John Apostolowski, Bolton Partners, Garricon, DCB Group, Derrick Stone Nations, Genside Auto Centre, The Duke Hotel, New Lambton, Duns Butchers, Elders Real Estate Lambton, EDC Consultants, The Excavation Specialists, Sodas Property Group, Foresight IT, Good Food Distributors, Harry's Neutral Joint, High-Tech Oils, Hub Advisory Group, Hunter Valley Steel, HV Aluminium, James Murray Funeral Directors, JBE Industries, Jonas Sport Australia, the Macedonian Pensions Association, Gotcha Delta, Matthews Sportsfield Maintenance, Merit Planning, NCC Jimmy Persner, Newcastle Macedonian Sports Club, Newcastle St. Cross Red, National Auto Wholesale, Tickets Pharmacies, PFD Food Services, Queen's Walk Brewery, SB Glass and Glazing, Sharp Electronics Group, Broadmeadow, Steve Coolers Smash Repairs, Stone Real Estate, Dave Kankowski, Summit Financial Services, Williams the Jewelers, Erder Upholstery and Awina Technologies. Broadmeadow Magic would like to welcome and thank today's match day sponsors, Up Advisory Group. Thank you for your support and we hope you enjoy the night. A message from Northern New South Wales Football. Northern New South Wales Football reminds spectators, players, team officials and club officials of their obligation to strictly obey the FFA's spectator code of behaviour and code of conduct. Abuse and harassment of match officials contravenes FFA's regulations and will not be tolerated. This type of behaviour is damaging to the sport's reputation in the community and is driving match officials from our game. Please respect the fact that match officials make hundreds of decisions every match which are open to interpretation and they are human and make mistakes just like players and coaches. Individuals who breach the FFA regulations may be banned from attending fixtures and could face sanctions including fines, lengthy suspensions and lifetime bans from all football-related activities. Broadmeadow Magic is responsible for the behaviour of our members and spectators, so we ask that everyone in attendance at Magic Park tonight upholds our game by respecting the invaluable contribution of the match officials in attendance today. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, very shortly, some Broadmeadow Magic committee members will be making their way around the ground, selling the final tickets to our $200 club for a $1,000 cash prize that will be drawn at the time. $20 a ticket. 200 tickets sold, so you need to be in it to win it, and when the committee guys come around, if you want to purchase tickets for $20, $1,000 cash prize will be drawn at half time.
I'll just get this working.
I'll do a quick test then and then I'll jump down and get the sheet and take a piss.
There you go.
Hello, hello. Testing, testing. We're here at Magic Park here today. Big game, hopefully. Hopefully not a shit one.
Yeah.
How's it sound? All good?
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good, thanks. Test, test. Test, 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 test. Okay.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. They got a good can here too, compared to most other ones. Hopefully. It's pretty hard to tell sometimes, but usually like an early goal or so might make it a bit more exciting, but I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's about we've got like 7 rounds or so left, so it's there and thereabouts. The Adamstown, the Green and Birds, they're like second half, and got nothing really to win, but the other team's coming second, so they're basically fighting for the top spot. Hopefully it's a good game. They had a pretty good game against each other last time, but no, they didn't actually. They got beaten by Edgeworth in the round or so before the second last round, and then so it was Edgeworth and Maitland this year, which is interesting. Edgeworth are going to Edgeworth are going to Darwin for their game, and then for like their round of 32 game, and Maitland are get the Mariners. They're hosting the Mariners. That's alright. That'll be a good game. Good little like their first time as well, so it's a bit of a good debut, isn't it? Take on an A-League team straight away. Sink or swim. Oh, are they? Right, okay. And the team's better, is it? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm not sure they're going to... No, but hopefully, yeah. Well, it's a pretty shitty ground there too anyway compared to some of the rest of the league, like the comps. They don't really have the best facilities. Yeah. imagine that.
Started raining.
Well, yeah, we had the we were at the other FA Cup game. We were at like Peace Point facility, and we were up in the Sisyphus, and that was that was a bit at times when a nice little gust came through as well. At least he was a little bit sheltered from the conditions, but.
Went down to Melbourne to do one of the FFA games.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
In the 32.
Yeah.
We were up in a, I don't know, it was raining. And we were up in a, like,
Oh, God. And it was raining.
we had all like ducks and shit.
Oh, jeez. Well, don't you have like, do you have any kind of like umbrellas or marquees, or is just...
Oh, we just had like plastic.
Oh, jeez. That's rough, yeah.
It's so good because, you know, like Melbourne's like, so
Yeah. And it's so like temperamental in Melbourne as well. It can be like just fine and then just suddenly be cold and freezing or windy and yeah, usually surfing is cool, but I see I usually kind of go when I can see them start walking out, I let it go, but you can't really see it. You kind of just have to hope. I mean, we'll see anyway when you're in the under 20s and that get up and kind of looking. I might go. Well, with just under 8 weeks remaining in the regular season, positions all over the ladder are still completely up for grabs, including the premiership, as Broadmeadow look to retake their place at the top with a win here today. But their opponents, Adamstown, they're fighting to avoid the dreaded wooden spoon for the first time since 2007. Hello and welcome to Magic Park for Bar TV Sports' coverage of this round 15 fixture of the NPL Northern New South Wales as Broadmeadow host the Rosebuds. My name is Quentin Connors, also known as Q, and today it's 2nd versus 10th. But with Western enjoying the bye this weekend, a win for the host will see them move to first. While though for Adamstown, if they find themselves behind tonight and losing, they could find themselves also behind Lakes on the table. When they faced off earlier in the year, it was a 3-2 thriller, so let's hope we get another match just like that tonight. Adamstown wearing their away kits in the white, Broadmeadow Magic in their usual red, as the two captains, Chris Berlin and Josh Piddington, do the toss and regroup with their troops. We'll just run through the lineups for you tonight. We'll start with the home side. Number 1 in goals, Paul Bitts. Number 9, Cale Bradbury. He is starting today. Number 4, Justin Broadley. Number 14, John Griffiths. Number 8, Matt Hoole. Number 18, Mitch Oxborough. Number 3, that man, the captain, Josh Piddington. Number 5, Luke Vigili. Number 7, his brother, James Vigili. Number 11, Christian Brymora. Number 16, Ryan Ensor. That is the starting team for Magic. For Adamstown, a few players out for them today. Their captain, number 12, Chris Berlin. Number 6, Judd Duncan. Number 13, Drew Grierson. Number 19, Luke Valone. Number 9, Connor Hayden. Number 24 in goals, Daniel Eisenhower. Number 18 is Manoli Pappas. Number 8 is Luke Rutledge. Number 17 is Liam Ryan, And number 26, Alex Merkel. Number 16, Matt Keogh, who is making his, what I believe, his first grade debut today, starting. This team's ready to begin here at Magic Park. We're underway, the lights are on. And although the Newcastle Knights are playing just next door to us here, hopefully this is where all the entertainment is, if you're a football fan. Bradbury with it at his feet now as Magic look to try and press their case early on the pitch. Holding up as well, despite all the rain we've had during the week, as Luke Vigili puts in a bit of a hopeful cross, and Drew Grierson probably could have let that one just go over the byline. Instead, he's touched it over, and Magic with an early corner. As I was saying, the field not looking all too bad despite all the heavy rain we've had. Of course, Maitland and Lambton, that was scheduled to be played at 2:30 at Arthur Eden earlier today. That had to be called off yesterday. And although we need the rain, it's playing a bit of a nuisance at the moment with our football. A couple of catch-up games going to have to be played as the corner comes in now for Mitch Oxbow. It's a bit of a short one, goes to the front stick. Liam Ryan now with a bit of a flick, but Broadley's able to slide in. Getting forward now, but the touch is just too heavy there by Valone. Not much football being played by either side just yet. Not many passes being strung together, but Mitch Oxbow now getting his foot on the ball, and he finds an overlapping Matt Hoole. His brother today, Andrew Hoole, who obviously was signed a few weeks back by Magic, not starting, not playing today, not a part of the squad, as Luke Vigili links up with Bradbury, and now he's getting forward. He'll look to cross this, does into the front stick, and it's an early goal. Mitch Oxbow. He makes it one after just a few minutes in this one. And that is the perfect start for the hosts. Luke Vigili, a great link-up play with Cale Bradbury on the left-hand side here. And then not much pressure either when he was looking to put in the cross, and did so. And Mitch Oxbow just first-time finish on the volley in the corner of the net. And that is a disastrous start for the Rosebuds. It is 1-0 early on here at Magic Park to the boys in red. Few of Adamstown's usual starters as well not featuring today. Matt Sokulski and Finn Beasley, both not a part of the squad. And of course, Ben Higgins as well, their usual captain. He's on the bench tonight as Christian Brymora. He is just crowded by the Adamstown defenders. Might be that kick in the pants that they needed early on. Not a good start to the game so far for the Rosebuds. Liam Ryan, his header too far for Connor Hayden. Adamstown, part of one of the few games that obviously were played last weekend. Broadmeadow Magic endured, you could say. I'm not sure which they would say. Having a week off last week. We meant to play the red and blue derby against Hamilton Olympic, but instead got washed out. Before that, though, they had a 2-0 win over Lakes. A 0-0 draw with Edgeworth the week before, and prior to that, they lost to Charlestown at 3-1, which has only been their second loss of the season, though. They've only lost one of their past 11 matches. Their first loss coming back to Edgeworth in round 1, which was here as well, actually, at Magic Park, as Magic are going to get a free kick now. And on the other sides of that, in contrast, Adamstown Rosebuds only won 2 all year. Ironically, though, one of those wins that they have picked up was against Charlestown, 3-1 back in round 5. A team that Broadmeadow have lost to, so if that's anything to go by, I'm not sure, but Bitts flicks it on to James Virgili, looking more and more like his brother as each day goes on. He's going to take on the defence now, takes on Grierson, looks for a ball into Brian Moore, parried away. Maybe another chance here, may fall for Bradbury, doesn't in the end. Scrambling defence from the visitors. And those crosses early on for Magic, causing a bit of havoc for the Rosebuds. Bradbury looking to link up with Oxborough, but they do win the throw in regardless. Bradbury's hasn't had all too much impact, I guess you could say, as he had last season. There's a nice play there between Virgili and Oxborough, looking in the box for Brian Moore. Might still land for Brian Moore. It does. His shot's blocked. Magic able to scramble with it again. Piddington gives it away. Ryan finding his captain here tonight, Berlin, a former Broadmeadow Magic player, probably a former Magic legend, you could say. As Virgili looking to get in behind, he is going to do so. Got one-on-one now with Drew Grierson, the youngster. Going to take him on as well. Goes inside, takes on Pappas as well, beats them both. Can he get a shot away? Not sure if he was shooting or crossing. Regardless, though, it's out for a goal kick. It eventuates to nothing. Virgili already being so dangerous so far in the competition. He's battled injury already this year, hasn't played all the games, but he's still at the top of the Golden Boot race at the moment, equaling with Joel Wood from Maitland and Braden Crowley from Lambton. Nice battle there between Brian Moore. Oxborough looks long. Good diagonal ball. Good touch as well from Virgili. Virgili now shooting. Blocked away there instead, though. I think it was Luke Rutledge getting a foot in the way of Virgili's shot. And you'll often see that throughout this game and throughout the rest of the season, really, from Broadmeadow. They will look constantly to get that early switch across the field into one of their quick-feet wingers, Bradbury and Virgili. And when you've got players like Mitch Oxborough who can hit a ball just as you saw moments earlier, why not? Corner kick comes in, headed away from the front stick. Basically the same spot that the last corner we had earlier on went. Liam Ryan, he's given it away over the sideline. Nothing working at the moment for Adamstown. Unable to keep the ball. And they are behind as well already early on. Ensor. He gives it away, though. Maybe he's going to have to start again and reset. Magic. Pitts his clearance just goes shut up in the air. A bit of a bobble before it came to him. That wet and torn up pitch, playing a bit of a role already. Duncan unable to keep that one. And Brian Moore is not going to get at them now. Keeps it with Vigili over that far side, and his crosses blocked straight back over his head. Adamstown's form, they do lose this one. It'll be their 5th straight defeat. They've lost their straight 4, although they haven't been by any great margins, really. There's now a ball looking in for Bradbury and Brian Moore, a bit of a floating cross. And so he cleans up the scraps in the midfield. Been one of the most consistent players this season for Broadmeadow Magic. Ryan Ensor, new signing from Wollongong Wolves. He's going to take one down this short side here, but he lost the ball, but then just taken out there. But Alex Merkel, Rosebuds' central defender. Last week saw Adamstown lose in a really wet track, 1-0 against the Jaffers. Brian Moore now chests it down, might be able to get a shot away. Wasn't able to get a clean shot away. And now maybe Rosebuds with a chance to make something of their own at the moment. Berlin, he's in behind the defence here. He's onside as well. Bitts is going to come out to it. He can't clean it up. Appeals for a penalty. Play on. Hayden cleared away though. Chris Berlin still wanting that penalty. Not sure if they have much of a claim, to be honest. Looks like Bitts collected all the ball. The first chance for Adamstown. Not going their way, though. Would have changed the aspect of this game if Adamstown were able to score there. Haven't had much of the ball at all. Bromura battling now. Battling with Merkel. Duncan, he's got Broadley on his heels. He's able to get it out to Greason, though. To Valone. Valone's battling. Might have given away a free kick, but no. Matt Hall's still with it, and now he's going to get a free kick, I believe. Yep, it's going to be a free kick to the Rosebuds. They are still behind here. Lost to Western a couple of weeks ago as well, 2-1, and then 2-0 to Maitland, 1-0 to the Jets Youth, so rather close scorelines. There's maybe a chance here if Oxborough can get it. He can't, though. Interesting to note about Adamstown in close games, close defeats, really. From their matches played this season, they've had 6 defeats that have been by just 1 goal. Basically highlighting that the fact that maybe they just are struggling to close out those tight games at the moment. A lot of games that could have gone their way, but instead they've ended up with nothing, and that's a big reason as why they're sitting on the wrong end of the table. Been struggling to go forward, Adamstown, and score consistent goals this season. Only scored 13 goals from their games. It's a free kick now coming to Adamstown there on the far side of your screens. Their attacking record is the 2nd worst in the league. Well, they've conceded 27 goals as well, which is the 3rd worst in the league. Coming up against the side as they will be completely aware of that has just incredible attacking prowess to them. When you look at the names that they have on the field, the one somehow sneaks through to get to Judd Duncan, and he sends Ensor the wrong way and swings it out wide. Now Valone had to stretch for that one and ends up just giving it away to Matt Hall. There's that diagonal ball. Not as diagonal maybe as he would have liked. Trying to get it in behind to Christian Brymora, former Newcastle Jets product. Spent time in England and Europe, playing in Sweden before he came back here to Broadmeadow. Drew Greason, he gets past James Vigili there. Now Berlin, he drops it back. They're going to swing it out wide here to Connor Hayden. A good touch from him. Might look like he's going to go for goal. Maybe he's going to go for goal now. Deflection away, and they're going to win a corner. So some more positive play there from Adamstown than we maybe saw in the first 5 minutes. Looking to keep the ball a bit closer than they have previously. As I was saying before, their front three, Luke Valone, he just returned from overseas, Chris Berlin and Connor Hayden, they need to start scoring soon. As a whipping corner comes in, but just easily picked off by Paul Bitts, and now Cale Bradbury, he's going to get forward. He's got Merkel trying to cover him. Now he's going to take on Alex Merkel. Sends him around. Broadley's done well to switch the play there. Now there's a bit of space in front of Matt Houle here. He was looking for Christian Brymora. Duncan finds a feed of Liam Ryan. Liam Ryan scoring his first grade goal back in that round 5 victory over Charlestown. It was the third one to really seal the deal at Lyle Carr Oval. It's a nice little tick-attack of football from Broadmeadow at the moment, keeping the ball well. Oxborough, despite not being much space over that far side, they're doing well to keep it at the moment, and now Oxborough looked like he was making a run through, and Cale Bradbury's gone to ground, and now there's some space ahead for Adamstown. Papa swings it out wide. An early cross coming in, looking for one of their boys in the midfield, in the middle of the box there, but Peddington giving it away, and you can just hear Ruben Zadkovic on the sidelines just listening. Then that he screamed out, this Paul Bitts is just going to clean this one up. Maybe, actually. Chris Berlin now pressuring him and just praying for the ball to go over the dead line there. Did so in the end, but did hear that Ruben Zadkovic saying the term 4v4 to Paul Bitts in goals. Maybe a signal of getting 4 players up front against the 4 defenders of Adamstown and wanting to just smack it up front quickly to try and give them a chance at taking on the defence with 4 one-on-one, so to speak. This might be something to look out for as this game goes on. When the ball is with Paul Bitts or with the defenders, they might be looking to knock it forward early, with obviously their 3 forwards and Mitch Oxbow playing that 10 position as he often does. Berlin, he's got a bit of space in there. Probably could have controlled it if someone had told him. Merkel with it. Dropping it back in. Adamstown doing it, just hold the ball a moment, but they're not really doing much with it. Trying to get forward as Berlin, it comes off the back of his head, and there's going to be play on. Liam Ryan with it, goes for goal. Too high. And looking at that challenge there, I mean, Chris Berlin, he's appealing for a free kick. As soon as he went down just then, hit the back of his head, rather fortuitously for Liam Ryan. But if he didn't take the time appealing for that free kick, he might have actually been able to make a 3-on-2 there, going forward for Adamstown. Maybe a bit of a wasted opportunity for the Rosebuds. For Gilly. Bradbury. It just seems like when Magic had the ball at their feet, they just got all the time in the world at the moment. Seems like when they're playing those long balls, that's exactly what Adamstown want them to do. Hayden with it. Hayden's crossed it, almost turns into a shot. I think it hit the crossbar and knocked over there. Some Rosebuds wanting a corner kick, but definitely hit the crossbar on that occasion. You can understand as well why Zadkovic wants Paul Bitts in his defence to knock it long early to try and give his attackers that space, that quick play on transition to try and get in behind when you have the players they do. Christian Brymora, James Virgili, Cale Bradbury, even Majerowski when he comes off from the bench. It's a big contributor to the reason that they have scored the most goals in the competition, 30 so far in the competition. That is the best. Hayden with it once again. Look at that cross in Merkel. Finding Berlin, but Berlin was unable to flick it in the right direction for his teammates. Merkel, he's going to maybe take them on. Decides instead to come down this short side here to Hayden, and Virgili just smashed it into the foot of Hayden and won himself a throw in as well. And we were talking about goal scorers for Broadmeadow Magic. We obviously mentioned James Virgili as their main goal scorer. He scored 9 so far this year, equal best in the league. See if he can get any more tonight. But John Majerowski, who's actually on the bench and hasn't actually only played one full game so far this season, which is a bit different for him. Braimura now. Maybe some numbers on his outside. Plays it to Oxbar. He's got Virgili there. Can Virgili score? Make it 10! Saved! Maybe another chance here. Braimura's got it again. Referee saying that wasn't legal, though, from Christian Braimura. Good save there from Daniel Eisenhower to stop Virgili from getting his 10th goal of the season. And more importantly, though, the second goal tonight, which would have doubled Magic's lead. Ryan finds Duncan. He knocks it out wide. It's a good ball to Luke Verlone. Verlone taking on Matt Hall. He tripped there, and he's still got a chance to shoot now. It's not a good shot, though. It's wide, and it's high. And it's out for a goal kick. Both teams getting at one another quickly on that transition. As I was saying before, John Majerowski, he's scored the second most goals for Broadmeadow Magic, and you wouldn't believe who scored the third most. Josh Piddington, the captain in centre back, he scored 4. He scored more goals this season than he has in the rest of his first grade career. Rather big season scoring goals for him, although that's not what he's here to do. Duncan does well to escape Braimura. Then looks for Berlin, and Berlin comes together with John Griffiths. Liam Ryan now, he's got Enzo up behind him, and now Piddington's knocked him off the ball. Play on with it. Hayden. Maybe a chance here. It was Pappas, but he loses the ball. And now Magic might be trying to get on the offensive, on the counter-attack. Bradbury finds the feet of Oxbow, and they just turn it back once again to their defence to restart the play. And as I said earlier on, this is going to be a big game for Magic. They have a chance to take top spot because Western have the bye. Braimura drops it in. Ensor. Virgili. Bradbury with a net transfer. Luke Virgili does so. Some good passes on the outside of the box here. Now James Virgili trying to get a cross or a shot. Crosses it instead, looking for his brother, it might have been. Playing some nice football around the edge of the box there. Broadmeadow. Ryan Ensor now. It's a swinging ball. Eisenhower collects it. If Magic can retain their lead in this game, they will be finishing the round on top of the table. Knocking off Western from their perch at the moment. For Adamstown, though, they need to start getting some points. They've only won 2. That's been the only contributor to their points this season. 6 points. Sitting in second last. Just 2 points ahead of Lake McCrory, but also just 2 points behind Valentine. So they could go either way at the end of this round, depending on results. But history is not on their side, as you may have read throughout the week. Adamstown have not beaten Broadmeadow in the league since May 1999. It has been over 20 years since Adamstown have actually beaten Broadmeadow in the league. They did win one game back in 2006, the President's Cup as it was called, which was a pre-season cup, or rather a bit of a trial cup. So if you discount that, it's been 20 years since they've won against Broadmeadow Magic. 30 games it's been in the league. Virgili with it, getting forward, trying to take on the defence there, but the ball just escaped his path there. Hayden now taking on the other Virgili. In the end, as Ensor, who picks it off. And again, switching the play early and letting their speedsters take him on. And it does so, Virgili. His cross is not good enough, though. Gives it away. John Griffiths, he rises well, just beyond halfway there. Judd Duncan, he wins a free kick. He's looking to go quickly with it. Christian Bramoi might get a talking to for stepping in front of the ball there, as Judd Duncan was looking for a quick free kick. Said Christian Bramoi, Newcastle Jets product, play for the Jets in some pre-season matches before he ventured off to Europe. Was set to be in that senior squad. Don't think he actually played an A-League game, though. Although there's some guys in his team who have, as Duncan's shot just goes completely AWOL. But obviously James Virgili out there, former Newcastle Jet and A-League man. Same with Mitch Oxborough. Played the Jets, Perth and Brisbane. It's obviously Andrew Hall now as well, who's joined on recently but not featuring tonight, who's had ample amounts of A-League experience, plus their coach as well. He's obviously a former Socceroo as well, so it's a bit of a star-studded lineup, as we know, for Broadmeadow. And so far this season, they've been doing well to flex their muscles of sorts. Sitting in second, definitely looking good in the premiership race at the moment. Although they did get knocked out recently in the FFA Cup and won't be featuring for a record 5th time in the round of 32 stage. Instead, we've got obviously Edgeworth and Maitland. Maitland appearing for the first time, and that should be brilliant when they take on the Central Coast Mariners in that one. Broadmeadow switches it out to Virgili. Virgili might look to try and dance and get past Grierson there, but Grierson does well. Puts up the foot and knocks it away. Perfect spot as well, not going out for a corner. Throw in to come. It was only a couple of weeks ago that Edgeworth, when they had that 0-0 draw against Broadmeadow, I should say, was actually the only time this season that Magic have been kept scoreless in a game. It's happened to Adamstown 4 times. As Oxborough, his cross just goes too long and too wide. And a bit of the pace and the sting being taken out of the game at the moment a little bit now. Both teams slowing down the rhythm of sorts between passes. Can obviously be like that as well when you're playing on such a damp and boggy field. Although Magic Park doing well to hold up at the moment. Maybe a chance here. Connor Hayden has a shot and it falls down to Pappas. He's going to have a long shot instead. Thought they might have taken a fortuitous deflection maybe, but finds the path of Paul Bitts instead. There's been a few opportunities there for Adamstown as well to shoot from distance. Not sure if that's a conscious decision being made by Zadkovic and his defence to sit back and let them have those chances rather than pressing them. But there's been a few opportunities for the Rosebuds to have some long shots. Judd Duncan had one earlier. Hayden's had a couple. And Pappas on that occasion as well. Virgili, quick touch, getting away from the defenders and doing well. Finding Broadley, and he crosses it back over to Oxbow. He's got all the time in the world to get a cross in. Finds Bradbury, but Bradbury couldn't find the ball. Went past him. Bradbury here scored 3 goals so far this season. There's maybe a little dink in behind. Can it find Liam Ryan? I'm not sure if he did get a toe to that, but inches away if he didn't. Paul Bitts doing well to clean up there at the back. There's now a bit of a wayward pass from Luke Virgili. Bitts doing well to keep it in and avoiding a corner kick. Maybe Adamstown working their way back into this one at Magic Park. Ryan, he's been dangerous so far for Adamstown. Duncan switches it. Merkel now. Merkel looking to find someone in the box. Look maybe for Chris Berlin, but only found Piddington. And Magic with their foot back on the ball again. Brymora, nice little chip ball to Virgili. Can he use that pace to get past Grierson? Grierson does extremely well. The youngster holding off the former A-League man. Some terrific defending there from Grierson to stop an opportunity, a potential opportunity for the hosts. Berlin now was unable to get it beyond Piddington. Referee saying a playing advantage there. I think it was John Griffiths giving away a potential free kick, but playing on nonetheless. Liam Ryan. He's got Griffiths trying to win the ball. He does win the ball, and a nice little touch away past Pappas there. Pappas Popoulos, his full name, but often goes by Pappas, and I think likes to be going by Pappas. Roxborough does well. He had 3 players around him, but still able to keep the ball there and make sure his side retain possession. Thought there might have been there's going to be a free kick there to Christian Brymora. I think it might have been the push in the back after the heading battle, and there might be a card to come now as well. Maybe a bit of back chat. I think it's Luke Rutledge. It is. He earns himself a yellow card for what I'm assuming is dissent. Not sure what was said, obviously, but referee Ryan Gallagher saying not on. You might have to tread precariously for the rest of the match now. There was a red card the last time these two sides played. Mitch Oxborough, a bit of a flat ball there. Chested down by Brymora, but there was no one there to collect the scraps. The last time these two played, as I said, 3-2 thriller between them. Adamstown led in that game actually 2-1 with about 20 minutes to go, but Magic, as they often do, finding a way to win. Bradbury tried to go through 2 defenders there, but didn't work, and now switched out wide to Valone. Valone's got Ryan there in the middle. And a free kick there given away from the captain, Piddington. Still 1-0 here at Magic Park. Broadmeadow Magic scoring the first opening minutes. Luke Virgili, a good little play on the left corner with Cal Bradbury and linking up well with Mitch Oxborough, who scores his fourth, I should say, actually, for the season. Duncan goes short. Pappas now might be looking to fire up, but instead looking for a ball in behind of Valone. I thought they might have appealed for a penalty, but there was no cries at all as Valone went to ground. And a goal kick, a bit of maybe a wasted chance there from Adamstown. Not sure if you can call it a chance, but maybe a chance to get it into the box at least and cause a bit of havoc for the Magic defenders, but haven't had all too many opportunities just yet, the Rosebuds. Bitts now, he slices his kick a bit, and then Brymora does extremely well, and Virgili battling once again with Grierson. Speedster versus speedster over there, and maybe Rutledge working his way into a cul-de-sac, but they somehow get away with it. And they still have the ball too, the Rosebuds. Hayden, he's going to try and use his speed to get past Virgili, and he's doing well. Will he cross now? He does. Still in, is it? No, out now, and they really were convinced that Hayden touched that again, but the linesman saying, nope. Corner kick to come. Hayden's on it. Not many Adamstown players in the box, but let's see if one of them can get ahead to it. Too long, and it will be another corner kick, though. Looking to try and score a goal against a Magic defence that has kept 2 clean sheets in their past 2 matches. They got 4 for the season so far as well, which is the best in the competition. Leamington and Edgeworth both having 3 as the corner kick comes in. It's a bit of a flat ball. Virgili now doing well to just touch and clear. In contrast to that as well, Adamstown have still yet to keep a clean sheet so far this year, which has obviously been a detriment to their side and maybe a reason why they do sit in that second last position. Never going to help if you can't keep your opposition at bay. Puts a lot of pressure on the forwards to score as Rutledge swinging out to Grierson. Nice little battle going on between Grierson and Virgili there, and some nice feet there from Liam Ryan. He's got away from his defender. He's still with it. Trying to go through, still with it again. Can he get across away? He does! That is spectacular! Well, Chris Berlin, he will take the goal, but Liam Ryan take a bow. Somehow slipping through multiple Magic defenders, and there is the equaliser for the Rosebuds. 1-1 here at Magic Park. Chris Berlin scores against his old side. And he does enjoy, actually. We know he scored a lot of goals and enjoyed scoring goals for Magic when he was here playing on a weekly basis at Magic Park. But he's also, in his move to Adamstown, looks like he's enjoying himself as well, scoring against Broadmeadow Magic, because he scored 5 goals now since joining the Rosebuds against Magic. 5 goals when playing the Magicians. And he gets another one here tonight. Virgili now. And that has altered the game a little bit in terms of how maybe they're going to approach it, especially approaching half-time. As Broadley went for goal. I think it was Eisenhower who pulled off a save there, sending it wide of the upright. Magic keen to get their lead back once again. The Rosebuds drawing back in this one. After going down early on in the first opening minutes. We are all square once again here. For those who are watching tonight and don't want to miss out on the nights as well, it is 0-0 still at McDonald Jones Stadium as the ball crosses into the box. Picked up there by Eisenhower. You are here on Bar TV Sports watching this round 15 match between Adamstown Rosebuds and Broadmeadow Magic. NPL Northern New South Wales action. And maybe, just maybe, don't want to jinx the Rosebuds, but maybe they can end the winless drought. The 20-year winless drought. 1999 in May was the last time the Rosebuds beat Magic in the league. A rather incredible record, and that was at Adamstown Oval as well. It's been a long, long time before the records I could find that Adamstown have actually won here at Magic Park. It might have never happened. As I did say earlier, they did win in the President's Cup back in 2006 as a free kick there to James Virgili. He's got clipped there as he was trying to spread his way past, but as I was saying Rosebuds did win back in 2006 in the President's Cup. There was a pre-season cup. But in the league, they've never won here. And they haven't beaten Magic in 20 years. Maybe tonight is the night. But a chance here, though, for Magic. Oxborough taking his time with a free kick, and in the end, it doesn't eventuate to anything. Threw up his hands. He was almost expecting something to happen, but not on the same page maybe as the rest of his side. Matt Hoole turns it around, but collects it once again. Now he's going to hoop it into the box. Finding one more, is he? No. Might find Bradbury, though. Hayden able to knock it clear before Bradbury jumped onto it. In the past 5 games as well, Cal Bradbury has been rather instrumental, scoring 4 goals in the last 5 encounters against Adamstown. Almost just as instrumental as Chris Berlin has been when playing against Magic. Scored last time out in the earlier match this season. Actually scored twice, I guess you could say, because he also scored the own goal that made Magic go 2-2 level with him before Virgili then scored from the penalty spot. Judd Duncan giving it away, and Chris Berlin letting him know that it has to be simple, which that ball certainly wasn't. Berlin maybe was hoping it was going to thread its way past Josh Piddington. Didn't. Adamstown looking a bit more lively when going forward now too. They're still looking a bit susceptible at the back just because of the fact that they are defending the best attack in the league. But going forward, they're looking a bit more confident now maybe. A bit more ambitious as well. Maybe a bit of belief back in the side as it's 1-1. Good ball there, finding Duncan. He's got a bit of room on his hands as well, and he switches it. Verlone does well to get his body in front of Matt Hoole there. Now squares him up. Good ball into the box. Finds Berlin. He may have been better off just letting Connor Hayden get to that one. Maybe some communication would have helped, but Adamstown troubling the Magic defence at the moment. Still 1-1 here. And that goal kick just swinging straight over the sideline. Some good passes by Magic to get out of trouble there. And now Griffiths has got it and he swings it over to Matt Hoole. Virgili was faking across there and then now just having to come back instead. Broadley, he does well to escape Ryan. Now Virgili again, but his cross is blocked and Grierson just being a bit of a pain. Being a pest for James Virgili at the moment. You can't seem to shake him. Grierson just hanging around like a bad smell at the moment for James Virgili. And the coach for Adamstown, Shane Kinsell Sheriff, who is a fantastic defender in his time as well, spending time, most of his time really, most of his career overseas. We'll be very pleased with how Grierson's been doing to shut down James Virgili, which a lot of other teams this year have struggled with. That's why he is at the top of the Golden Boot race. Luke Virgili tries to dink it in behind to Bradbury. Merkel does well, though, to clean it up. Now maybe a chance here for Adamstown, but Luke Verlone, a bit of a high foot trying to somehow control that one. Would have been rather tremendous if he did, but he wasn't able to. Piddington being pressured there from Ryan. Pappas now. He's got Griffiths coming right behind him. It's not Griffiths, actually, it's Broadley. And Broadley gets a yellow card as well. can maybe argue that it was a challenge that had to be made to stop Pappas from troubling the defence, although maybe not as well. There were a few Magic defenders there covering. Maybe just a bit further out than Adamstown would like this free kick to be in terms of chance for going for goal. Judd Duncan, he's the man standing behind at the moment. I'm not sure if he's going to go for goal on this one. Looks like he's going to go for the cross instead. He does so. Berlin! He's offside nonetheless. Thought he might have caught the offside trap out and snuck his way in, but he hasn't. His header, though, went wide anyway, so not to worry for the officials or for Magic or Adamstown. Berlin looking to try and control that one, but falls instead to Duncan. Duncan's gone straight past there, and Ensor's going to get a yellow card there for Ryan Ensor. Probably deservingly as well, because Judd Duncan, he was going to be in behind there. And a couple of yellow cards being dished out for the Magic men in quick succession. We're still 1-1 here at Magic Park, and still really anyone's game at the moment, because Adamstown have worked their way back into the game. They've taken their time to do it in this first half, but they've done extremely well. Caleb Bradbury finds John Griffiths. Almost a pinpoint pass there to get it to Matt Hall, just the right height. He finds Oxborough. He finds Bradbury. He might want it back again, Bradbury. I think he did, but it's a bobbling effort there. Mitch Oxborough unable to get real good control on it. Ryan Ensor now. He's gotten past his defender, and he's still got it. He's got a bit of space now in his hands to get a cross in. It's too long, though. And it skews its way over the byline. Goal kick to come. Magic, they're getting in those good positions out wide to get those crosses in, but they just haven't found the mark. The only one that really has was the early one that found its way in the back of the net from Luke Vigili. He crossed it into Mitch Oxborough, who then flicked it into the side of the goal. Nice volley there to get the first goal of the game, and that's going to be half-time. Ryan Gallagher saying that will do us for the first half. And it is 1 apiece here at Magic Park. A rather interesting first half, to be honest, as well. Broadmeadow Magic getting off to a brilliant start in just a few minutes. Luke Vigili crossing it into Mitch Oxborough, who then tucked it home, and then rather about 20 or 30 minutes or so of tough football played by both sides, trying to and fro and a bit of a tug-of-war to try and get possession, get control of the game, and eventually Adamstown working their way back into it. Had a couple of opportunities getting in behind the Broadmeadow defence, and finally it came down to a bit of spectacular play from Liam Ryan to take on a few Magic defenders, beat them as well, get a ball to Chris Berlin, who then tapped it home, and it's made it 1-1 here at Magic Park. I still think anyone's game in this second half as well. Magic have been looking to control most of the possession, but Adamstown, they'll go into halftime with a bit of a belief. And it should be a fantastic second half. So make sure you don't go anywhere here on Bar TV Sports. NPL Northern New South Wales football action. We'll be back here again for the second half at Magic Park between Broadmeadow Magic and Adamstown Rosebuds. Welcome back to Magic Park here, round 15 of the NPL Northern New South Wales here on Bar TV Sports. It is 1 apiece. Broadmeadow Magic scoring early on through Mitch Oxbar before Liam Ryan. Some brilliance from the youngster leading to Chris Berlin scoring against his oldest former side and levelling it up here at Magic Park. Thank you for once again joining us here on Bar TV Sports. My name is Quentin Connors, also known as Q, and looking forward to should be a brilliant second half because, as I said in the first half, if you're with us, this is anyone's game at the moment. Magic looking to keep most of the ball in possession, but Adamstown have been able to pounce a couple of times and get in behind and really trouble the Magic defence. So there's chances for both teams in this. And also the chance potentially is a ball coming in behind there for Ryan Ensor. Judd Duncan trying to get rid of it, but finds Baimura instead. And a sliding challenge there. That could be a penalty, I'm not sure. Referee's going to say it's just on the outskirts of the danger area there. It was a bit of a wild challenge there, but I think it might have been Merkel, I'm not sure. But it's just on the edge there. Mitch Oxborough was the one that was taken out. Might have actually been the youngster Matt Keogh who gave away the free kick. Nonetheless, chance here for Magic early on in the second half. Hoole's going to take it. It's a curling ball. I think he might have been going for goal in the end, but didn't curl enough on that occasion. Magic on the front foot early, though, here in the second half. As I mentioned in the first half as well, Grierson, brilliant work to get away from James Virgili, but in the end his pass was duffed. He covers well now. We're just going to watch that one go over the byline. But as I was saying, a chance for Adamstown to end what's been a rather long and I can imagine painful drought against Broadmeadow Magic. Adamstown Rosebuds have not beaten Broadmeadow Magic in the league since May 1999. It has been 30 games without a win against Magic for the Rosebuds. They did beat them in the President's Cup back in 2006, the pre-season cup. But other than that, in the league, they haven't beaten them in 20 years. And they also haven't beaten them here at Magic Park ever in the league. So maybe a chance at creating history, or rather changing history instead, because history has not gone their way when taking on Broadmeadow Magic recently. It's 1-1 at the moment, though. Virgili knocking it back over the head of Luke Rutledge there. No sides as well making changes, it seems, at half-time. Both sides coming back out of the field the way that they started. Some pressure there on Judd Duncan from Justin Broadley it was, and he's got the ball once again, was looking for a little 1-2 with Ryan Ensor. In the end, Manoli Pappas was able to snuff it out. Chance in now. Connor Hayden maybe putting on the afterburners. Cutting it back into Duncan. It's going to fall for Liam Ryan instead. But he completely just shanks his shot. Unable to get anything really clean on it. And as I was saying just there as well, Adamstown able to just, every now and then it seems, just get in behind the Magic defence. They haven't been controlling all too much of the possession, all too much of the ball. But every now and then, some quick passes, some nice individual play as well, and they're causing some headaches for Magic at the moment. As we know, Magic like to get forward quickly as well, to get to their front three especially. And maybe just is creating a bit of space at the moment as Chris Berlin now trying to take on one of his former teammates, Luke Virgili. Both of those two were members of the grand final winning teams back in 2011 to 2013 when they won Did the three-peat of sorts. Now maybe a chance here. There's a flick from Chris Berlin. Trying to just find someone in the box there, but snuffed out in the end. Judd Duncan getting away from Vigili. Still got Broadley on his tail. Luke Valone, has he still got this? He has. It's a good cross, but it's just too hard. There was no one going on to the back stick. And Adamstown looking good at the moment. You can see as well, there's no one there to help Ryan Ensor at the moment. A lot of white jerseys and not much red to help him out at the moment. So, not sure if that's a game plan from Zadkiewicz to try and spread the Adamstown defence and trusting that his players can stick some long passes. Chris Berlin, it looked like he shanked that one over the top. Didn't get anything on it when he was looking to try and cross it in. It almost got the seconds on it, but instead it's gone out for a goal kick. Magic looking to go to the top of the table, though, if they can win in this game here tonight. If they draw, they will also they'll still be top of the table, but they won't be exactly clear of Western, who's above them. They'll be on the same points. They'll just be above on goal difference. They'll still take it, I suppose, but they'll definitely prefer to win and be a couple of points clear of Western, who have played one more game than them at the moment, and they're having their bye this weekend. So really a must-win for Magic if they want to be truly part of this premiership contention race that's going on at the moment. Oxbow with it now in the middle of the park. Switches it out to Ensor. Can he find someone in the box? Trying, but only finds Keogh instead. And he's got all the time in the world to go forward with it. Looking to go forward with pace. Finds Liam Ryan, but he had an awful lot of pressure from Josh Piddington there. Probably not the right pass to play in the circumstances. Broadly. Should mention as well to those watching at home that the Charlestown and Hamilton Olympic game that was scheduled to play tomorrow was Drew Grierson gives away a free kick there rather unnecessarily maybe as well. But the Hamilton-Charlestown game has been called off already, has been washed out. So if you were intending on watching that one on Bar TV Sports or watching live at Lyle Carr Oval, it's not going ahead. Another week for Charlestown City Blues without football, for both teams actually, for Hamilton Olympic as well. Mitch Oxborough, his free kick, unable to get over the first man there. Obviously Hamilton, they were scheduled to play Broadmeadow Magic last week in the red and blue derby. One of the best derbies there are in our league. Did get called off though, and it's scheduled to play during the week. Hopefully they can play it. Referee saying to Ryan Ensor, you've gone too far. He just throws it back regardless anyway. But Charlestown as well, last week they had played 53 minutes before then getting called off against Lakes. So that game won't count, and they're meant to play Lakes next Wednesday as well. A lot of catch-up games. There's a chance here now. Liam Ryan, heavy touch though, letting him down. And he'll want that one back again because if he'd maybe taken his time a bit more, he had both Chris Berlin and Luke Valone there to help him, and his touch has gone a bit too heavy. He's had a brilliant game so far, though. He's really been the danger man for Adamstown Rosebud. Hasn't played all too much first-grade football, but he's doing a brilliant job so far this season, and so far tonight as well for the Rosebuds as they win themselves a free kick over near the sideline there. It's going to be our first substitution of the night as well. Now, Christian Brymora coming off for John Madrowski. It's a substitution we've seen happen quite a few times this season, vice versa as well. Madrowski on for Brymora, or Brymora on for Madrowski. As I was saying before, Madrowski hasn't played a full game. He's only played one full game, I should say, sorry, this season. Still being able to score 5 goals, though, regardless. Been the second leading goal scorer for Magic so far. Liam Ryan with it now, with the space on his hands. He's got Broadley coming up behind him. That's a better ball from him. Finding Valone. Valone looking in behind to Berlin. Snuffed out from Luke Vigili. And a goal kick as well to come. Must have rebounded off Luke Valone before it went over the byline there. Almost a chance for Adamstown. They're continuing to get in behind that Magic defence at the moment. Some nice quick passes. Magic giving the midfielders of Adamstown maybe a bit too much space at the moment as well. Adamstown troubling. Carol Bradbury there. Might have been he was appealing for a free kick. I was just listening to hear what he was saying. He was appealing for a free kick from Manoli Pappas, saying he had to jump because Pappas was coming in hot on him. But, of course, he hasn't made any contact, so I'm not sure if the referee can call that a free kick. But one of the troubles of football. But Luke Valone there, spinning Matt Hoole around. Some nice little touch there to get past him, and it forces Matt Hoole to foul him, and then Matt Hoole gets a yellow card in the process as well. So another yellow card coming to Broadmeadow. That's 3 as well for the side, if my count serves me correctly. 1 for Luke Rutledge as well for Adamstown, though. Judd Duncan, he set this one up like he's going to go for a shot, but no, instead he's going to go for a little dink in behind. Might find Chris Berlin. I thought he might have been able to get a shot away there. He didn't. I think the Broadmeadow Magic defenders as well appealing for handball from Berlin. It might have popped up into his hand. The referee says it hasn't. So it's going to be a corner kick. Maybe a chance to score for the Rosebuds. Finding Merkel, is it no? Knocked away from Ensor. Bradbury's scooted on back to try and help out, but it's ended up being back in the path of the Rosebuds. Pappas, that far side of the field, gives it away. Ensor doing well to win that one back for the Magicians. Goal kick to come. And Adamstown now, after the first half, was all real Magic attacking and keeping the ball. So far in this second half, it's all been Adamstown. They've somehow turned the tide. And they're looking dangerous. Paul Bitts, he's switched the play on that side, and he's found Vigili. Vigili's got Grierson and Valone around him. Scoots away from both of them. Now takes on Grierson. Grierson's done well again on Vigili. Really has got his number so far here tonight. Judd Duncan doing well to keep it. Rutledge, he's got Majorowski breathing down his neck. They do well to get out of that predicament, though. Rosebuds. Ryan. Bit of a 1-2 with Merkel. Keogh, his little dink there that he was trying. Nice little chip into the feet of Connor Hayden. It goes wayward. Majowski nods it on to Griffiths there. Gets it in behind. No. It's not Griffiths as well as Broadley. Made that mistake a couple of times. Apologies. That one's Griffiths over there, and he's almost kept it in, has he? He hasn't. Berlin now. Finds Ryan. Bit of a quick throw in now. He's got Hayden streaming on the inside. Finds Hayden. He's still with it. He might be able to get a shot away. Kenny looking for the right foot. Slips his way through. No, in the end. They almost did everything right except for the shot, which didn't even eventuate in the end. You'd hear as well maybe Daniel Eisenhower in goal telling Connor Hayden to just pull the trigger. That's all it needed. It was set up perfectly from Liam Ryan. Then Connor Hayden did well as also to get into space, but just didn't pull the trigger. Vigili. Back to Ox. Poole. Looking for Majorowski. Not finding him though, only finding an Adamstown defender. Broadly now coming through, and he might have to get the seconds as well. He does so. Some good hurrying play there from Justin Broadley. Hayden, he's done well to end up with that. Tough challenge there from Alex Merkel. And then some nice flight feet there from Manoli Pappas. He wins himself a free kick. If the scores do stay the same at the moment, it'll be Adamstown's first draw of the season. They haven't had a draw after their 10-12 games this year. 10 losses, 2 wins. Ensor gives it away. And Liam Ryan again with some space in the middle of the field here. To Luke Valone. Can he get a shot away? He was trying to fake it and then go the other way, but then gives away a free kick there. Player's not happy though, and he might earn himself a yellow card here for continuing to play on with the ball. He doesn't in the end. Liam Ryan continuing to trouble the defence of Magic. Really just being a pain for them. Pain in the neck. Almost a flick on there to Cale Bradbury. Majorowski with it now. He's back to Luca Rutledge. Quick passes between Majorowski and Ox. Mitch Oxborough. And given away there. Maybe a chance now. Given away by John Griffiths. Connor Hayden with it. He's got Chris Berlin on his left. Going to go himself. Too high. And he did well to create that opportunity, winning the ball and then getting forward at pace, but the shot in the end wasn't anywhere near where it needed to be. Just not good enough on that occasion. And you can almost argue that at the moment there's a chance here for Gilly, but Drew Grierson again stopping James Virgili. Doing his job and then some tonight. As Paul Bitts just smashes that one over the sideline onto the top of the grandstand. Actually, I think he went past the grandstand finding the grass on the other side. And Drew Grierson, how phenomenal has he been tonight? He has been a brick wall for James Virgili. You just can't get past him. Liam Ryan as well, continuing to be a threat. And Magic potentially finding themselves with a bit of panic at the moment because they're not playing as well as we know they can. Obviously you can't write them off by any stretch. Luke Valone now finds himself in behind. Just lacking that killer touch to just put himself in a good position. Matt Keogh there, he was pleased with being able to trap John Majorowski offside there. Berlin. Liam Ryan, good sliding challenge from Luke Virgili to stop him, but he ends up with the ball once again. He might go himself. Ended up being cleared away from the Broadmeadow Magic defence. Oxborough looking for that diagonal long ball as we've mentioned earlier. Snuffed out though. Justin Broadley gets it to Piddington. And a good ball there from Josh Piddington, the captain. Oxborough again looking to find Majorowski. the veteran of the league. And Liam Ryan winning himself a free kick there in the middle of the field. And Magic maybe showing their frustrations at the moment. A lot of appealing going on for that one. Maybe just struggling at the moment. Chance. Maybe there'll be a change to be made, I should say. Cody Carroll, he's finding himself onto the field for the first time tonight. Justin Broadley coming off the field. And Cody Carroll will just slot into that central midfield role alongside Mitch Oxbow and John Griffiths, who's just in behind him in that 6. Luke Valone chipping that one up in the air and trying to regather it, but didn't work out. Berlin loses it. You got Cal Bradbury steaming down. Trying to put pressure on Alex Merkel there. Merkel's with it again. Pappas almost slipping it past Mitch Oxbow there, but he does well to get a sliding challenge in. Mitch Oxbow scored 3 goals now, thanks to his earlier goal in the first few minutes of the game. Cody Carroll, good ball. Finding Hall with a lot of space on his hands now. He looked across, does so, finds Virgili! Blocked. Maybe another chance again, though. Trying to use those quick feet of his. They just can't clear it at the moment, the Rosebuds. Ending up doing it. Finding Luke Virgili, though, but he was looking for a nice chip in behind the defence. Adamstown surviving at the moment. Both sides really trading opportunities. Could easily be one or the other in front at the moment, but they haven't been clinical enough in this second half. Still one apiece. And still anyone's game, though. Mitch Oxbow sliding it out to Matt Hall. Cody Carroll still with it now, the former Jets youth man. He loses it from Judd Duncan. Be a Magic throw in there. Judd Duncan deemed to be the last man to have touched it before it went out. And there was some appeals there for a foul throw in. Not to be, though. Bradbury's got Manoli Pappas there's troubling him. Gets around him, though. Might be going to get a shot away. Still with it. Still wanting that shot, it seems, but he gets it to Virgili instead. Virgili now with a good cross into the box. And saw he was the man on the back stick there, but he wasn't able to get there in time. Ryan Ensor, former Wollongong Wolves man. Won the Rookie of the Year award, actually, a couple of years ago in the NPL New South Wales competition. The one played down to the south of us here. Joining the champions from last season. This year, though, Magic are wanting the premiership, not just the championship. Matt Hall with it. Finds Oxbow. Plays 1-2 off the foot of Bradbury. And some nice football there. Can Bradbury finish it off? He does! Some brilliant passing finished with a clinical goal. Cale Bradbury scores once again against Rosebuds. And Broadmeadow in the lead here at Magic Park, 2-1. Well, some nice one-touch, two-touch passing on the edge of the box there. The movement off the ball was brilliant as well, and Cale Bradbury just tucks it home. And we know he does like to score against Adamstown. That's his 5th goal in the past 6 games played between the two sides. And it looks like it's going to be the third and final change for Broadmeadow Magic. Matt Houle, he's come off the field. Coming onto the field as well, you'll see number 20 slotting back into the right back position. Jeremy Wilson hasn't played all too much first grade football with a couple of injuries and such for Magic. They're spreading it around at the moment. Bring in some youngsters. He's got a big job to do though, because Matt Hall's been playing well, and Luke Valone and Chris Berlin and the like up front, along with Connor Hayden, they've been playing well also. Virgili, he's got Drew Grierson just on him like a leech. Unable to just shake him at the moment. Connor Hayden switches it back now. You can see Luke Virgili, I should say, just troubling there. Now for James Virgili on the end of a good through ball. Can he get a shot away? Great save from Eisenhower. It was a nice curling shot from Virgili. But Eisenhower meets it with a brilliant save to keep the Rosebuds in it at the moment. Maybe the tide switching back now. And Magic starting to gain control following that second goal. And the score stay the same as the corner kick comes in, cleared away. Finds Cal Bradbury. He turns, he's still got it, has he? In the end, falls for Piddington. Eisenhower's able to snuff it out and then gets it going quickly again. Piddington's had to rush back into position. Hayden with it. Trying to find Liam Ryan. They're sticking a bit more closely to him now. Not giving Ryan nearly as much room as they have before. The scores stay the same. Will be Magic's 6th straight win while playing at Magic Park. Their form here this season has been great. For Adamstown, though, as well, it will just continue the drought. Stretch it to 31 games. And we'll move it on to another year. Over 20 years. Bordering on 21 years next season. They'll have a chance to end this winless drought that they've had against Broadmeadow Magic. Looks like it's Ryan Ensor down at the moment. I think he's wanting the physio. And his teammates there wanting a drink. Bit of a stop and play here. Lots of players coming over to get a drink at the moment. Just taking a bit of the time out of the game here. Both sides may want it though, because it's been rather frantic in the last 10 minutes or so, leading to Broadmeadow Magic to score their second and potentially could be the winner here, as Ryan Ensor, he's gone off the field, but he'll be coming back on in just a jiffy. Broadmeadow Magic looking to go top of the league. Only a draw would have got them there, but they would have been on the same points as Western. If their scores stay the same and they can end up winning here at Magic Park, they'll go clear at the top. They'll go to 27 points, 2 ahead of Western, who are having a bye this weekend. We'll put them in a pretty strong position. It's a free kick there now to the Rosebuds. Maitland are looking like a side that might challenge for top spot as well, but they play tomorrow. Actually, no, they don't, sorry. They got called off today. Thinking of Edgeworth, who are going to be playing tomorrow against Lake Macquarie. Hoping the weather stays away, so that one will be played. The Valentine Phoenix, they're also going to be taking on Newcastle Jets. Nice little clip there from James Virgili it was. He's going to get a yellow card as well on Drew Greason. Greason, I've sung his praises a lot so far tonight, but he has been brilliant. He's with it again now. Duncan does well. He's going to pick the ball back up once again. Nicks it away there from Cody Carroll, but in the end his ball is just wayward there as he was looking for Connor Hayden. And Magic definitely with the major focus being on defending now. They've got the lead. They don't need to score any more goals to win the game, so it looks like they might just be holding back a bit. It'd be foolish to take them for granted, though, when they have it in that final third. You just saw earlier, moments ago, when Cale Bradbury scored the second, some brilliant passing between the players on the edge of the box to find their way through. A great team goal. It's got them in the lead for the time being. That might change, though, and now there's going to be another yellow card coming to Broadmeadow Magic player. That one going to John Griffiths. So there's been a few yellow cards dished around at the moment. It also seems to have slipped my attention that there's been a substitution made up front for Adamstown as Harry Frendo, number 31 for Adamstown, has come onto the field. Not entirely sure he's taken off, though. It seems like it's Liam Ryan who did, I think, get a knock throughout the second half. There's a chance here! It was Keogh who was flying through, but Magic thought he was offside. They still think he was offside. He didn't get a touch to it nonetheless. Would have been a goal if he had got a touch and angled it into the net. Yes, Liam Ryan, he has been substituted. Must have happened maybe during that drinks break. I think one of the tackles he got a knock, so that ends his night, which has been a rather creative night from him going forward. He was the real instigator for their first goal, their only goal so far. Greason does well to get up and give it to Pappas. Former Broadmeadow Magic man Ben Higgins, who's the club captain of Adamstown Rosebuds, he's still yet to come onto the field. Coming off from the bench, he might not be playing either, considering his natural position of centre back. The fact that they need goals at the moment. Jeremy Wilson giving it away. He wanted a free kick, didn't get one. Chance now to cross it in. Doesn't find anyone, but comes back out. Merkel with it. A bit of a miscommunication there between himself and Chris Berlin. One thought the other had it. Didn't turn out to be the case. If it does stay 2-1, this would be the 7th game this season that Adamstown have lost by just one goal. So often they've been in the game right till the end, fighting for it, but just unable to take any points away. You look at those points. As James Virgili, he might be able to trouble Luke Rutledge, but he couldn't. Daniel Eisenhower going to move on forward now. Instead, just gives it to Luke Rutledge. Maybe getting a bit afraid by going too far forward. Ball given away. Ryan Ensor. Cale Bradbury now. Oxborough now, he's got Jimmy Wilson screaming on his outside. He ends up with the ball. Wilson looking to find Majerowski. He didn't, and now he's got to venture back into his position. There might have been a chance here they'd gone early, but in the end, Wilson's back with his foot on the ball. Virgili with it, up against Grierson. What a battle these two have had so far. It's going to continue, is it? Virgili with it, and Grierson with a brilliant challenge, and he is just playing out of his skin at the moment to stop one of the best attackers in the league. This pass there didn't work out. Connor Hayden giving away a free kick rather unnecessarily, you could say. Didn't seem like it was a real needed challenge to make there. They're pushing them right till the end here, though, Adamstown Rosebuds. There's a bit of a angst going on between the two sides at the moment. They're wanting to try and get this going quickly, Rosebud, as I'm not sure if he gave a card there to Paul Bitts. I don't think he did, but Rosebud's not happy with the fact that it's taking a long time to get the game restarted here. And now Cody Carroll, though, he might be able to get a chance here. That's the nail in the coffin. Cody Carroll makes it 3 here at Magic Park. And surely that will be it for the hosts. Well, maybe you could say that's an assist there to Paul Bitts then. A goal kick that somehow just finds its way through the defence. Past Adamstown's defence, and Cody Carroll just putting it to the side of Daniel Eisenhower. That's his 3rd for the season. And it's the 3rd here tonight. He makes it 3-1, and maybe, as I said, putting the nail in the coffin for Rosebud's chances here tonight. Berlin trying to find Luke Valone there at the back stick. Wilson snuffs it out. Free kick given there now on Adamstown. And not too long to go here at Magic Park. Rosebud's now with a bit of a mountain to climb, needing 2 goals to equalise this one. Paul Bitts taking his time once again with it. Getting in, almost in the same spot again. Cal Bradbury, he might be with a chance here to score. He's on the ground and able to get a shot away. Madjurowski's going to come over and try and clean it up. In the end, he wins a free kick. Luke Rutledge going through the back of him. We're under 10 minutes to go here at Magic Park. Another goal for Broadmeadow. It would truly seal the deal. Mitch Oxbow, he got the first one. Carol Bradley got the second. Cody Carroll recently getting the 3rd. Maybe the 4th to come here. No. Cleared away. Bradbury with it. Got players all around him. A nice little flick there. Piddington! Now, I'm not sure if they got a touch from Eisenhower or from a defender, but it's gone over the bar nonetheless, and referee has said a corner kick to come. Piddington looking for what would have been his 4th goal of the season if that had gone in. He wants that high 5. Now, back out to Oxbow. He's got Bradbury on the edge of the box there. He's going to use him. He's going to get a shot away. Just dribbled its way through the defence, but went wide of the goal. Eisenhower trying to get it going quickly, but there was no one that was really open for him to give it to. And it does seem like the streak, the drought really, is going to continue. Magic to extend their winning streak, I should say. Adamstown's winless streak. It's going to continue to 31 games. As I've said a few times tonight, the last time Adamstown defeated Broadmeadow Magic in the league was back in May 1999, 20 years ago. And it looks like that drought's going to continue. Just hasn't been Adamstown's night, unfortunately. Virgili with it again. Blocked there, though, from Keogh, and corner kick to come, but they'll take their time, the Magicians. No need to rush at the moment. Looking like it will be Magic's 6th straight victory here at Magic Park. And it seems Daniel Eisenhower has found himself on the ground there. I'm not exactly sure how that all happened. There's a bit of a conversation going on between the two. He's saying that, Eisenhower was saying that Majorowski was knocking him over. No cards brandished or any free kicks given. Front stick there. And it seems like it's hit Frendo right in his gut. Might have winded him a little bit. Hit John Griffiths though on the way through, and Eisenhower giving it away over the sideline, and Magic now will have time to just get their foot on the ball, hopefully once again for them. It's been a rather similar game to the one these two played earlier in the season when Magic won 3-2. Except for the fact that Adamstown took the lead in that one. They made it 2-1 with only 20 minutes to go, but Women of Magic were able to get the victory in the end. Looks like they're going to do the same here tonight. Virgili with it. There's a good cross in. Might go in instead. Eisenhower got a touch to it. I'm not sure if he hit it into the crossbar or hit it after it hit the crossbar. Either way, he got trickled over in the end by the defence. And this is so frustrating for the team that are losing when it's like this, because they just want the ball. They want to just go forward with it. They want to have a chance of somehow working their way back into it, but Magic not giving it to them at the moment. Corner kick coming into the front stick there from Oxborough. Ryan Ensaw's going to have to clean it up. Does so. He's got Oxborough still out there. Throw in nonetheless, though. A bit of a hard task, you'd think, now for the Rosebuds to work their way back into this one. They're down by 2. Cody Carroll doing well. They're still with it. Still going on with it. Griffiths. Back to Griffiths. Can he get a goal here? Might just go back out to Bradbury instead. He's back with it again. They're just keeping it. No one pulling the trigger on a shot. And somehow they work their way back to closer to halfway than to the goal. At the moment, no need to go and shoot and give the ball away, they're thinking. Oxbow going to the front stick. Looking for John Majorowski, who was hurling through. And it seemed almost destined that Magic would at least get a shot away on that previous play, but didn't happen. Quick corner kick here. Ryan Ensaw got a bit of time, but instead just going to feed Mitch Oxbow into the box. There's a low cross dealt with. Can they deal with this one now? Piddington. There's a lot of Adamstown defenders in the box there, and it does mean that, as you can see, Luke Valone, he's up there all in his own lonesome. And Piddington, he's come charging forward, so he's going to have to come back now. Someone's going to have to cover for him. In the end, it doesn't matter because Cody Carroll does well to intercept. And he's still going with it now. Might go on to goal here. Might shoot. He does, but his shot is shanked to the side of goal. Didn't get that cleanly at all. Still 2 goals to the good, though. Broadmeadow Magic. And they've done well tonight, Magic, to regain the lead. As you've been with us for the full 90 minutes, you'll know in the second half it was a bit iffy. As now Luke Valone troubling Paul Bitts in goal there. Forcing Bitts to make a save to his right. I was just going to say that if you had been watching for the full 90 minutes, you'll know that Magic were a little bit troubled in the second half. Adamstown were definitely knocking on the door of scoring. They held on, held strong. There's a chance now. Still in the box, still in the danger area. Maybe Connor Hayden can get a shot away. Comes back out to Merkel. Luke Rutledge looking for the back stick. He's got Valone there, but it's knotted on. John Griffiths cleaning it up. Still with it, the Rosebuds. Magic just can't get it clear and safe yet, but that will help them. Alex Merkel's shot going well wide. And as we approach closer and closer to the end of the 90 minutes and into stoppage time, the mountain only gets higher for Broadmeadow. Or for Adamstown, I should say, because of Broadmeadow in their lead. A 3-1 lead here. Broadmeadow haven't given up such a lead at this point in the game before this season. Bradbury gets it back off the foot of Majerowski, still with it. Tried to flick it back to Mitch Oxborough, but they weren't exactly on the same page. Nice bit of a scoop there from Harry Friendo, but it was just far too long in the end. Paul Bitts is just going to take his time with knocking it back down the ground. And Cody Carroll, a bit of a super sub, you could say, coming on the field and scoring, and now he's got a free kick as well. And Magic, as you can understand, will take their time with it. No need to rush when they're in moments like this. And they will go now to the top of the table. They'll be clear at the top of the table too. They'll be 2 points ahead of Western. They'll end the round up there. Mitch Oxborough trying to put onto the back stick, but it's cleaned away. Hayden now trying to get forward. It's almost a 2-on-2 here. He's got Friendo streaming up on the inside and Valone a bit further than that. Tries to take on Wilson, but Wilson does well. Gets in front of Hayden and forces it out for a corner. Away from the goal, though. As I was saying, Broadmeadow will be top of the league. 27 points. Corner kick coming into the front stick, cleared away in the end. Jeremy Wilson. It's done well since he's come onto the field. There he is again. Wilson is straight off the shin pad over the top of the goal, but it's away from their goal though. That's all that matters at the moment. They've got a 2-goal cushion. And not long to go here at Magic Park. Long corner back stick. Friendo couldn't get onto it. Ryan Ensor now. He's got a bit of a foot race going on there with Matt Keogh. And he wins out the ball in the end. Bradbury, he's got Rosebuds streaming around him. And Mitch Oxborough just slowing down the pace. No need to force anything at this time of the game. We're in stoppage time. Just as I say, no need to force anything. He pulls out a pass like that. Curse of the commentator, I suppose. Hayden has been doing well tonight. Tried his best for sure. Can't fault his effort that he's given tonight. Josh Piddington slicing it wide, knocking it off the roof of the grandstand. And a performance that Ruben Zadkovic, the coach of Magic, may not be exactly completely thrilled with, but the 3 points will make him happy in the fact that they are going to be the top of the table. That would have been the plan at the beginning of this game on a bit of a muddy pitch and against a Rosebuds team with nothing really to lose. He would have just wanted them to get the 3 points, and that's what they're going to do here at home. As Paul Bitts almost getting caught off his line, but lands on the top of the net instead. Adamstown now, they do run the risk of being at the bottom of the table by the end of the round. If Lake Macquarie can somehow upset Edgeworth, they would be sitting in last place. It's been a rather unforgiving season for Adamstown so far this year. There have been a lot of games. This will be Another game that has gone astray for Adamstown Rosebuds because they have lost here tonight at Magic Park. It is 3-1. It finishes here tonight. And the winless streak against Magic continues. 31 games it has been, 31 league games at Broadmeadow have been undefeated against the Rosebuds. But more importantly, they move on into first place, the Broadmeadow Magic side, with that victory. An early goal to Mitch Oxborough set the tone for them. Chris Berlin, he then grabbed one just before half-time in the first half, thanks to some brilliant effort there from Liam Ryan, it was, who set him up, put it on an absolute golden platter. And in the second half, Rosebuds just knocking on the door of Magic's goal, but in the end, Caleb Bradbury got the second, and Cody Carroll just put the icing on the cake to make it 3. A clinical victory tonight for Magic. Nothing really phenomenal from them, but an enduring effort, and 3 points nonetheless going to the hosts. And they will now, as I said, finish on top of the table. Adamstown will continue to linger around the bottom. And on a cold night, that will just make it feel a little bit more colder as well for the Rosebuds. Gave their all tonight, but just not enough. But thank you for joining us here on Bar TV Sports for this coverage of the NPL Northern New South Wales match. It has been fantastic to be with you for the last 2 hours or so. Make sure you tune in for tomorrow's matches that are going to be played. A reminder that Charlestown and Hamilton's match is not going to be going ahead due to the wet weather. Edgeworth and Lakes and Jets and Valentine are still scheduled to be played, but make sure you check out the Facebook pages of the clubs and on social media to see if those games are going to be going ahead. But until next time, it's been great being with you. I've been Quentin Connors, also known as Q. It is bye from us here at Magic Park.